Interior of the hotel lobby, night. The lobby is dimly lit with an old-fashioned, eerie charm. The camera follows Jake Turner as he walks through the lobby, inspecting the area. He looks tired but determined. Jake, muttering to himself,
"Something's not right about this place. Too many strange things have happened."
Jake approaches the front desk, where Mr. Hargrove is seated. The old man is hunched over, his face etched with worry. Jake, firmly,
"Mr. Hargrove, we've had 3 deaths in the last month, all in room 306. This can't be a coincidence."
Mr. Hargrove, nervously,
You don't understand, Jake. That room, it's cursed. It's been like this for years.
Jake, skeptical.
Cursed? Come on, there has to be a logical explanation.
Mr. Hargrove whispers.
The spirit, it's angry. It won't let anyone rest.
Jake, frustrated.
Enough with the ghost stories. We need to figure out what's really going on.
Interior of room 306, night. The room is dark and oppressive. Emily Dawson enters, holding a flashlight. She's been sent to clean the room, but there's an air of unease. Emily, whispering to herself.
Just another room, Emily. Get in, clean up, and get out.
As she starts cleaning, strange noises begin to echo in the room. Whispers, the sound of furniture creaking. Emily freezes, her heart pounding. Emily, calling out.
Hello? Is someone there?
The whispers grow louder, and the temperature in the room drops. Emily's breath becomes visible in the cold air. Suddenly, the door slams shut, trapping her inside. Emily, panicking.
No, no, no! Let me out!
The spirit manifests, a shadowy, distorted figure with glowing eyes. It moves toward Emily, who is paralyzed with fear. Spirit, whispering malevolently.
"You shouldn't have come here."
Emily screams as the spirit attacks her. Interior of Jake's office, day. Jake is reviewing security footage of the corridor outside room 306. He watches Emily enter the room, but the footage cuts out moments later. Jake, to himself.
What the hell? Why did the camera go out?
He rewinds and plays the footage again, noticing a strange distortion just before the camera cuts out. Jake, determined.
I'm going to find out what's going on in that room.
Jake grabs a flashlight and a key to room 306. He heads toward the room, his face set with grim determination. Jake enters the room, which is now even darker and more oppressive than before. He holds the flashlight up, scanning the room for any signs of the supernatural. Jake, calling out.
"I know you're here. Show yourself."
The spirit appears, more menacing than ever. It seems to feed off Jake's fear, growing larger and more powerful.
"You think you can stop me? You're just like the others." Jake, shouting.
I'm not afraid of you.
The spirit lunges at Jake, who dodges and swings the flashlight at it. The light seems to weaken the spirit, causing it to retreat slightly.
Spirit, screaming in pain.
"No, you can't stop me."
I'll find a way. You won't hurt anyone else.
Jake and Emily, now determined to end the haunting, have discovered the dark history of the hotel. They've learned that the spirit was once a guest who was murdered in the room and is now seeking revenge. Emily, whispering.
We have to confront it together. It's the only way.
Jake, nodding.
We need to find what it's attached to. Something that ties it to this room.
They search the room, finding an old, blood-stained locket hidden beneath the floorboards. As they touch the locket, the spirit appears, more enraged than ever. Spirit, screaming.
"Give it back! It's mine!"
Jake, shouting.
This is what's keeping you here, isn't it?
The spirit attacks, but Jake and Emily work together to destroy the locket. As they do, the spirit screams in agony, its form disintegrating into nothingness. Emily, breathing heavily.
Ha! Did we do it?
They grab flashlights and head toward the door. The wind howls and the rain pours heavily. The camera follows them as they step outside, the wind nearly knocking them off their feet. Mark and Sarah shine their flashlights around, revealing a dense forest. The trees sway violently. Stolman, Mark tells Sarah, "Stay close. We don't want to get lost out here."
Suddenly, they hear a strange, guttural sound, like a distant animal howl, but twisted and unnatural. Sarah's flashlight catches a glimpse of something, moving in the darkness.
Sarah tells Mark,
Did you see that?
Yeah, let's head back. I don't like this.
They turn to head back to the cabin, but a shadowy figure darts between the trees. Mark and Sarah freeze. Mark tells Sarah,
What the hell is that?
the figure disappears into the darkness. Mark grabs Sarah's hand. Mark tells Sarah,
Come on, let's go.
They hurry back to the cabin, but the door slams shut behind them as they enter. They exchange worried glances. Sarah tells Mark,
It was probably just some animal. We're fine.
Yeah, let's just stay inside until the storm passes.
As they sit by the fire, the wind outside howls louder. The storm intensifies and the lights flicker. The sound of scratching at the windows begins. Sarah looks at Mark, her face pale. Sarah tells Mark,
Mark, do you hear that?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
He gets up and approaches the windows, looking through the curtains. Outside, the storm has made visibility almost zero. The scratching continues now, coming from different directions. Mark tells Sarah,
It's just the storm, probably branches hitting the glass.
Sounds like something else.
Suddenly, the scratching turns into loud banging. Mark opens the front door to check, but is met with a blast of rain. He closes it quickly.
Okay, maybe it's not just branches, but we're safe. Inside.
The lights flicker once more and go out, plunging the cabin into darkness. Sarah's flashlight beam cuts. Through the gloom, the banging turns into a rhythmic pounding.
Mark, I think we should.
Before she can finish, the door bursts open. A figure stands in the doorway, partially obscured by the storm. It's humanoid but twisted, with unnatural, gaunt features and glowing eyes.
Get back.
He grabs a nearby fire poker and steps toward the figure. The skinwalker, with a horrific, unnatural smile, steps into the cabin. Its movements are jerky and unnatural, like a puppet on strings.
Let me.
Mark, what is that?
It's not going to get in, not if I have anything to say about it.
The skinwalker lunges toward Mark, but he swings the fire poker. The creature dodges with unnatural speed, its form flickering like a malfunctioning hologram.
We need to get out of here. The storm's not the only danger.
Sarah scrambles to find another way out, but the windows and doors are being battered by the storm. The skinwalker moves unnervingly fast, closing the distance between them.
You can't escape. You will be part of me.
Sarah finds an old book on a shelf. Flipping through it, she finds an ancient symbol and begins drawing it on the floor with a piece of chalk she finds nearby.
By the ancient power, I bind you.
The skinwalker hesitates, its form flickering. Zastolmu outside seems to grow more violent. Mark continues to fend off the creature with the fire poker, but it seems to be losing strength.
You cannot hold me. I am eternal.
Sarah finishes the symbol and pours salt over it. The skinwalker screeches as it starts to be pulled back toward the door. Its form distorts and begins to disintegrato.
Sarah, is it working?
Think so. Keep fighting it.
With one final, furious roar, the skinwalker vanishes, leaving only a faint echo of its malicious laughter. The storm outside begins to abate and the lights flicker. Back on, Sarah collapses, breathing heavily. Mark rushes to her side, helping her up.
Are you okay?
Think so. It's over.